Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well. It's a couple of years ago. I discovered a podcast by a lady called Professor Laurie Santos. She's a professor at Yale University, and in her research work, it led her to actually ending up setting up a course for Yale students, and it was nothing to do with being academic or scientific or anything like that. It was about their well-being, and it was about their happiness, and it ended up becoming a course that like a large percentage of the students took. I think it was something like 70% of them. And then eventually it got open source, so it's actually on the it's actually available if you do a search, Yale University, the Science of Wellbeing. You can take the course, you can register and take the course, and so I did it. It's 19 hours. I'll say it's 19 hours, and if you do it at 1.5 speed, there's video modules and things like that. You can get it done in however many weeks. The point is that it's a useful reminder for those of us that need it, that what we think we know about our well-being and what make us happy, what will make us happy, and the things that actually do make us happy when you actually do the research and you go into it from a scientific perspective. I mean, there's obviously the science side, and then there's the spiritual, the mindful, the emotional side of it. But when you actually look at the scientific side of it, it concurs with the more mindful, the more emotional, the more spiritual side of what makes us happy. Our brains are hardwired for a certain set of things, and that hardwiring, in part, was useful and was necessary when we evolved all those thousands of years ago. The problem is that our brains are stuck in that mode. Some call it the reptilian brain, some call it the lizard brain, and that survival mode that we've been in for all these hundreds of thousands of years hasn't developed. It hasn't kept up with modern day developments and the world as it is right now. And so the things that we think are going to make us happy don't. They're in the way that we would hope for, or the happiness is short-lived, very short-lived. And the things that do make us happy are very simple. Social connections, relationships with each other. Yes, we need a certain amount of money in order to be able to live in the modern world and be safe and secure. But actually, after a certain amount of income, and then there is a separate bodies of research that, I think it's $70,000, they say. After that, there's no great marginal gains after you earn $70,000. Now, some might think that's lots too much. Some might think still that's not enough. I'm just telling you what's out there and giving you the research that's been done, and then you can take that and go away and do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to me. Go out and then research all of this yourselves. And Laurie Santos does mention it in the course about the salary. So the main thing is this, right? Question yourselves about what's really making you happy. Why do you want the things that you think make you happy? And are they long-lasting happiness? Because if they're not, what can you do differently? And this course, and she's actually got a podcast, the Happiness Lab, definitely check that out as well, because it's been really eye-opening for me of some of the things that I was aware of or thought about, but it's good to have from a science perspective, because I'm both kind of science and spiritual and emotional and think and mindful, and so have those different elements of me come together to kind of figure out. And I'm not saying there's a one solution fits all. I say this in other videos. you've got to take all this information and then apply it to your life. I can't give you the solution to your life, only you can. But what I can do is provide you with the resources and the tools that I'm finding out there, and hopefully you'll be able to use those to make a difference. So yeah, check it out. I'm going to hopefully provide the link to it. You can take a look for yourself. Bless up and one love. Peace.